Gina coming to you live from Fond du Lac, Wisconsin, where I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. And welcome, happy Wednesday. It is the last day of April, Wednesday, April 30th. When you guys pop on, say hello, tell me where you're coming from. Tell me what's new and exciting in your world. Oh, see, I thought I had my volume off, apparently not. Thought I was all set, ready to go. Apparently, you know. And then we had a few technical difficulties getting loaded up here, but, you know, that seems to be the way of things. It doesn't always work the same sometimes, and you just go with the flow, right? So, lots coming up, lots to share with you. I was here on Monday, and I did the morning create class. So, I will show you what I've got coming up while you guys are popping in and saying hello. I did this class on Monday. This is the morning create class. This class is $19 plus shipping. Now remember, you guys can always place an order to get your card kits for free. So if you want these card kits, reach out to me. Okay, so you can order these kits until next Monday, the 7th. And then I'm so excited. I love how all these cards turned out. I have a card buffet this weekend, and then I don't know if I'm ready to do it, but we're gonna maybe try. So I don't have a date specific yet for it. I created my own YouTube channel, and I always said eventually that's where I'm gonna head. I'm gonna eventually go on my own platform. I can't go live because I need to have enough subscribers, but until I post a video, you cannot subscribe to me yet. So I'm still figuring that out, and I just might come and do a live this week with the card buffet. But either way, it's going to be an online class or in person. In person, depending how many people I have. Right now it's going to be at my home. So the first class in my home. And with a card buffet, when you're in person, you get to choose. You get to choose 3 to 6 cards or more. And you can pick and choose how many of each card you want to make. If you want to make 2 of one and 2 of another, and that's what you want to do, great. But those of you who are going to take it online, what I do just to, maybe I'll change it down the road, but as of right now, I just keep it all 6 cards for you online. All 6 cards are $32 plus shipping, or like I said, you guys can place an order. And remember, you are earning those rewards now, so you're earning 10% rewards on a qualifying $20 order or more. Good morning, Mary and Sandy. You are here joining me this morning. So I will show you the card buffet cards, and they are, I just love them. I love, and I've kind of got a little bit of everything here for you. So we use the Impressions of Bloom and the DSP that coordinates with that. That is going to be an online exclusive coming, is it next week? Yes, next week, Tuesday, the new catalog, new online exclusives all go live. So we have this card here. Let me move this out of the way a little bit. This, I just wanted to display the beautiful DSP. Now, this is a 6x6 DSP, so I can only get 1 card out of the 6x6 DSP. So I have 3, potentially 4 designs that we can interswap in here. That they're all just, the backgrounds are beautiful. So just know yours may look slightly different than this, but same thing. And oh, who's ready to go to the beach? Notes and Totes. Isn't this gorgeous? Oh my goodness. And then this is a little Tyler inspired card here. This is Scenic Adventures. Okay. This is Sunrise Sailing. We do a little bit of using our white craft ink and a little bit of watercoloring on here. Now, if you don't have this stamp set, that's okay. You're gonna get the white boat, but it's gonna be embossed. So you could always take a marker and go over the top of the embossed. And then we have, I think it's called Cheers and Sips. So a little bit of everything. Congratulations, could be a graduations. We have a sympathy card. We've got birthdays, celebrations, a little bit of everything. So, like I said, this class is this Sunday at my home from 10 until 2. And then I will do an online version of this also. So if you would like kits, please reach out to me. And then I'm working on for next week, I haven't finished it yet. So we have Technique on Wednesday the 9th. And when I pulled this sailboat card out, I pulled out my white ink. And I did a little bit of watercolor on here with my white ink. And I thought, how many of us have a white ink pad and we don't use it? It just sits there. What do I do with the white ink pad? So that is our focus of the technique. I'll be showing you different ways to use your white, Whisper White ink. So here are 2 of the cards. I have 2 more to complete. So if you guys are interested in these cards, reach out. So beautiful though, and it's kind of funny that the way I did this card, the white craft ink actually looks like our new cloud covers, so it worked out really, really well for this card. So good morning, Miss Mary. So I have all of that coming up for you guys. Now, what's coming up and Stampin' Up, we've got a few things that we were just announced yesterday. I'm gonna maybe pull them up on my phone so that I don't misspeak here. Today is the last day for you to earn as demonstrators that strawberry slush tote. So today is the last day, final day to get your orders in to make that work. And then I believe, like I said, I just want to, catalog goes live. So on next week, Tuesday, catalog goes live. There'll be new online exclusives available. And we also have a starter kit promotion. So if you are interested in joining my team, because I would love for you guys to join my team. We have a lot of fun, a lot of stamping. So they are offering through the end of May. Normally the starter kit is you order $125 and you get it for $99. They always include a paper pumpkin. They always include business supplies, some catalogs, things like that. But on top of that, you are going to be able to order $165 for $99. And it can be anything you want. So remember, we've got a new catalog, lots of goodies coming out. So great way to take advantage of that. Now, if you're a demonstrator, your Stampin' Sale-a-bration rewards do expire soon. So those of you who are on my team or on Christine's team, keep that in mind. And they also announced that, you know, we have the new rewards program. So for 2 days only, so May 2nd and May 3rd, so that is Friday and Saturday. This week, 2 times the awards. So we're earning 10% rewards on a $20 order or more, qualifying order, right? So you're gonna earn double that, so 2 times. So essentially you're gonna be earning about 20%. So it is a great deal to take advantage of. So get your orders ready, lots of good things coming up. All right, so I think that's what I have for you guys now, and let's get stamping. Flip you guys around. Let me see if I can see your comments again. There we go. Okay. So today, I'm very excited about this. We're gonna do a little bit of watercoloring. You're gonna see I have little splatters of boho blue in here. The last we'll be using of our boho blue. And we did some splattering here. And we made some circles. So let's get started. You, of course, need to have your own 12 by 12 basic white or Whisper White, whichever you prefer, cardstock. Now, you're gonna have to go hunt in your home. I have a 10-inch plate here. I measured it, it's 10 inches. I'm gonna flip this over, and this is what I'm going to use to make my circles. I'm going to bring in a Sharpie because I will be doing watercoloring. So essentially a Sharpie is an alcohol marker. That way my black doesn't run. Good morning, Bobby, welcome. So I'm using a fine tip. You could use a thick tip. You could use a thick or a thin tip, whichever you want to do. You could also use your blends, okay? You can use any marker you have available. And I'm just gonna trace my plate. So hold your plate firmly. Now, if you don't have a 10-inch plate, see what else you can find around your house. It could be an 8-inch, it could be an 11-inch, it could be a 9-inch, whatever you have. It could be a vase, it could be a bowl, it could be anything that you could make a circle with, okay? So I've made my first circle. Simple, right? So now I'm gonna take and scoot it over, let's say not quite a 1/2 inch, but roughly. I'm going to trace it again. So I moved it to the right a little bit and down. Now I'm going to take and move it up and do the same thing. Now I'm not measuring anything. I'm not doing anything like that. It is what it is. Okay, and there we go. We've created our circles. So it's just a fun element to add to the page, right? And if for some reason you get, you know, Sharpie, or let's say you use your blends to make your circle, and you get it on your plate or your bowl, whatever it is that you're using, just take some rubbing alcohol and it'll wipe right off. Okay, so we're gonna put that aside. And then I have this here. Now you can use a window sheet. This is actually what comes in our photopolymer stamps. This is that clear, this is the, so when you get your stamp sets, you have 2 pieces that your photopolymer stamps come in. You come in with a thicker one and a thinner sheet like this. I'm using the thinner sheet so I have more pliability with it, but you could definitely use the other one, or like I said, a window sheet works great too. So what I'm gonna do, we're gonna use boho blue. We're gonna make a mess here. So I'm gonna cover my workspace a little bit, kind of. Move this out of the way. Here, we'll put our little bee. There. Let's hope that works. Okay, where's my sheet? It's clear, so I'm gonna lose it. All I'm gonna do, you need a mister. So I'm using one of our spritzers. This just has water in it. And I also brought an aqua painter along. And all I'm going to do is lightly lay this over the top of my ink pad, and I'm just going to lightly put a small dot. You guys probably can't see. A small dot right there. Now, I don't want the little line that I have in here. I don't want lines on my sheet. So I have a little line of blue right here from the edge of my ink pad. I'm just gonna wipe that off. Now I will bring in my spritzer and I'm going to wet this. And I want it to move, so you want to get it wet enough that it moves. And I don't want it dripping onto my page though, so I'm just going to pick up a little bit so it's not too much, because I want to stay within my circle. So now you're going to bring in your sheet and you're lightly, oops, it's running all over here. going to tap this. You're going to take your fingers and not put the whole sheet down, and I'm just twisting it wherever I see some blue here. I am just tapping it around our circle. It's meant to be messy. It's supposed to be splattery, so don't be afraid. Now you could just take your aqua painter and splatter it, but I wanted a little more control with my splatters to stay on the circle. Okay, I'm gonna add some more. I'm just gonna tap it in there like that. I have this little line here. And I took some ink off just because, like I said, I want to stay primarily in our circle here. And I am going a little off of our circle. How many of you have done this before? Any of you like to add a little watercolor or... Now the other sheet I won't take off as much ink because I want that to make a background. So there we go. I just added that blue around here. We're gonna set this aside and let this dry. We're gonna bring in our other sheet of Whisper White. And now we're gonna make it all over the background. Now we are covering a lot of it up, but I felt, for me personally, this is completely optional. You do not have to do this. I didn't want as much white space. I loved the pop of color. So I'm gonna lay a little bit more down, but I am gonna make sure that I wipe these white lines off. Or white lines, blue lines off, because I don't want lines on my paper. So get it nice and wet so that you see it moving. You can see it's spreading. And like I said, I'm just going to take my paper towel and just spread it out a little bit and then bring it in. And I'm just laying this haphazardly on my paper. Just remember, you do want to make sure that you're on the outsides also, because a lot of your circles are going to cover this. Okay, we're going to do it again. And like I said, wipe those lines off because I don't want the lines. Mist it till you start seeing that color move. And I'm tapping it with my paper towel just to get it to be a little more uneven. Okay, so that's all we're gonna do. We've got it all spread out. Now I said you could sponge, or not sponge, use a blending brush and blend some ink on and then splatter some water if you wanted to. You can use your aqua painter and splatter all over also, okay? This is just an option for you, just to, I don't know, give your paper some dimension and color. Okay, so we're done with that part. We're done making a mess. I'm gonna wipe this sheet off and then I'll just put this back. I keep a bunch of these handy, and all you have to do is rinse them off and dry them, and then I keep them stored for my future watercoloring. So our one with the circles is almost dry. You want to make sure it's dry or your adhesive won't stick very well, but I didn't prep this ahead of time, so it's a little bit damp yet, but we're just gluing it. The rest of it is going to be super easy. Does anyone have any questions about how any of that was done? Now you could do that with multiple colors too. Excuse me. I think my allergies are kicking in and I've got a little bit of a frog there. So in your kit, you're going to have 2 black mats. You're going to set them like that. So actually, we'll adhere these. Now for my photos, you'll see the photos that I have. I put a white mat over that. This is just for the photos. So where these white mats are is where you would put a photo. You're gonna see that I have some of these where they're die cut out of. I cut the butterflies out of. Just know that you're gonna be covering that with your photo, okay? So we'll adhere these down. And I will, of course, pop them up. Has anyone done any scrapbooking lately? Anyone pulling out their stuff? We have a new kit coming out. It's in the annual catalog. It's called, oh, Mary, maybe you can help me. We talked about it. There's so many things that, I think it's called Weekend Adventure. And it is a workshop kit. I can't order that until the 6th, so I have not been able to prep for that class, but as you can see, I'm still prepping for next week's class. But that is a product-based class, and you'll need to order the kit, whether most of you won't have it, so you'll have to order the kit. And we'll be making 6 alternative pages. To that kit, and we'll be making 5 cards to go along with it. And what's great about it is going to be an outdoorsy theme, so we're going to have fun with that. But then a lot of times what I do is I hold my paper up just to you know, from this view it looks like it was straight, but then when I hold it up it didn't look very straight, so that's why I hold it up. And then you're going to have a ton of die cuts here. So we use the mixed media paper. We use the new Impressions of Bloom. Oh, we've got Friends for Life. We've got Thankful Garden. And this new set. And there's 2 sets. One is called Pretty Florals. And maybe Chris knows. Is she in here? Yes. What is the bloom?
Sweet blooms, maybe? Sweet blooms?
Wheat bloom?
Sweet. Sweet. S-W-E-E-T. Sweet.
Oh, sweet bloom. Okay. And it comes with these 2 words. So bloom and lovely. And so I cut these out and I thought these would be fun. Now, this could be whatever you want. You could be playing in the garden. This could be Mother's Day. This could be a little girl's page. It could be whatever you want. It could be anniversary page. There's so many things you could do with this page, but I can tell you this is probably one of my favorites just because of all of the color. I love all the bold color going on with the pop of the black and white. So we've connected our words. And I'll use my mini dimensionals. So this is the back of the DSP, and I picked this because it went with the watercolored background, so I thought that was really fun, how that coordinated like that. Hello, Carmen, how are you? Carmen just came back. Her and a girlfriend went to a retreat and did some scrapbooking. I was kind of jealous that they got to spend a whole weekend. I do it too, but it's different when you're just doing whatever versus designing for a class. As I'm reorganizing my craft space and, you know, pulling out retired stuff and making room for new stuff, and oh man, I found some stuff that I never put together that were kits for things and that. So I need some time to go through those things and make those things. How many of you have a stockpile of kits that you need to make? So I'll put that on there, and then I'll bring in, oh, my Wink of Stella must be over there. So I'm going to banner this. You could put this on here straight if you wanted to, but I'm going to banner it. So when you banner, you just slice up the middle here and cut to your center from the outsides and attempt to make it even. Okay, so there we go. Did anyone out there get hit with the storm that went through on Monday? We got lucky here. It kind of went around us. We had wind, but we didn't get what they said was maybe coming our way, so that was good. Okay. So we're going to center that like that, and then you'll put your two pictures here. And now you're going to bring in all of your dies. I will say I am a little bit sad that this leaf is going. I love this. You guys have seen me use this over the last year quite a bit, whether it's been cards or scrapbook pages. It's nice and big. Oops. Anyone have any tips on how they store their things? As we, like I said, we're launching the new catalog, and out with the old and in with the new. Does anyone go through and reorganize or have any organizing tips? I took some pictures of the mess I had, so you guys will believe I had quite a mess in there. But then I thought, well, maybe I'll take some after pictures and show you guys what I do to store some of my things. Okay. So these are going to go like this. I probably should have, I guess, punched all these out beforehand. So you're going to have a bunch of black butterflies here. And like I said, I really loved the pop of all this color with some of this black and white. I thought this was a lot of fun. Mary, you wish. I must have missed something, or I don't remember what I was talking about. What do you wish for, Mary? They're working hard in the hive today, and they're being so quiet. It's almost kind of eerie, and then I can once in a while hear some paper flicker or something, but and a little bit of footsteps. But they're being so quiet for you guys today. Let's see. So you guys are seeing me, I'm poking out all of these little details. Oh, organizing, you wish. We did a lot of it. I'm gonna have to go down in the basement now where I store the, you know, all the extra stuff we have, you know, and that's where I keep all my hoarding, you know. And I'm gonna have to organize that too, but at least I feel like there is a little less chaos in my craft room. All I have to do now is pull everything out and scrub the floors, and I should be good. Like I said, Mary, you can borrow my kids. You are welcome to take them home with you for a little bit and put them to work. We were spring cleaning this weekend, and so the whole house has gotten a little bit of a facelift. You know, the deep cleaning of everything, cabinets, and going through all the cabinets and reorganizing, and I love that feeling of a fresh, clean, organized house. And then hopefully, I see the weather is going to be absolutely gorgeous this next week. So hopefully then we'll start working on all those outdoor projects. Start prepping the garden and the flower beds and the pool. We're gonna get the pool ready, Mary. And you're gonna take my kids on June 5th. That's perfect because school ends on Wednesday. So, you know, and hopefully we'll have the pool up. So maybe you can take a dip in the pool while you're here too. Okay, so you've got some yellow circles here. We're gonna put those in the center of our poppy flowers and our boho flowers. I will say, Bella's not available on the 16th. She's cleaning for my aunt. So we're hiring them out, guys. It's a little side hustle we got going on. Okay. So we're gonna bring and put our leaves down. And of course, you're gonna want to wink a Stella these bad boys up too. I'm gonna pop this one up. You're loving this layout, Carmen? I know. I love it too. I love all the bright, bold colors of it. It's so springy. Oh, Mary, your vacation starts today and you're coming to Wisconsin. Oh, yeah, the weather. You'll be at Christine's on Monday. Wow, look at that. I'll have to see what I got going on Monday. Maybe I'll have to pop in. And in thinking of the future here, I think for our May scrapbook class, I might do something a little more manly, as Father's Day is going to be rolling around pretty soon. And I think that, and it doesn't necessarily have to be a Father's Day, but it could be any type of manly event in your life. Might dig out those trusty tools because they're fun. And I don't think I have done a layout with them yet. So those are my thoughts for next month, which is right around the corner. So now I'm just layering my flowers in. Janet's here this morning, guys.
Hi. Thanks, Gina.
Shout out to Janet. She's amazing.
Yeah, I've been sleeping away for an hour.
Right? Rhonda's been here working super hard this morning. So there we go. One side done, and we're just going to repeat this on the other side. Like that. Carmen says hi.
Oh, hi, Carmen. When's she coming up here?
Carmen, when are you going to be up next? Will you be here for the fun in the sun? Oh, I got to put my other leaves on yet, guys. The kitties are sitting in the window this morning with the window open, enjoying the nice fresh air. Fun in the sun when Carmen will be here. Woohoo! What time are you coming on Monday, Mary? So like I said, we are just kind of layering everything up here. Like so. There we go. And then we're going to add some butterflies. Class is at 1 on Monday. Okay, good to know. Okay, so we have all of that. Now, one other thing I did, now that we've got everything layered and on here, I just took my black marker and put little dots randomly along the lines, just to add another little interest to it. You don't have to. Remember, everything I do is optional. Feel free to make your layouts however you want to. You could take your blue marker, your boho blue marker, and do the same thing. Okay, so I'll bring this up a little closer so you can see that. So there you go. So I just added those dots in there, just adding another element to our page. So our first page is done. And look how pretty that is. And all you're doing is layering those floral elements. We added the circle just to add a little interest. And I loved that pop of blue coming through. I think that helped bring that boho out. Okay, next page. Oh, and you gotta finish off with some rhinestones, okay? So here's our page. Remember, we put blue everywhere. I love how this turned out. And you're gonna have 4 black mats. And I'm kind of just putting them opposite each other. Carmen, you're liking this technique? Awesome. So I'm going to center it the best that I can. And I'm going to place my circles kind of according to this. Now what I did, I like to do this so I can see exactly where everything is going and the color is going and things like that. So I'm actually just going to put a pop-up dimensional in the center so that I can tuck my circles. Oops, I need to go this way a little bit. In and around my page. Now you could go through, put your circles all over the page, and then put your mats on. This is just the way that I like to do it. So I want to make sure that you can see the circles and not completely hide them all. Okay. There we go. So now you're going to have all of these random circles. Now, I did die cut a few of them, but I also used punches. Some of them are retired, so just note that. And I'm placing them in random spots all over. And then I will just glue them down. So I think I have like 3-inch circles to maybe 1.5-inch circles in varying sizes. So this is our page. So now I'm just gonna go through and glue down all of these pieces. Some I'll put a little pop-up on, but that's it. That's how simple this is. And I got inspired by this because someone, Tracy Solar made a card recently and she showed it to me, and she had all of these random circles on the front of her card, and I thought that that looked so cool, and that's what inspired this layout. So once you get your circles where you want them, then it's all just a matter of adhering them. It's a great way to show off some DSP in your layouts too. How did I pick out the colors for the circles, Mary? Well, my first step was I knew I wanted to use this bold floral DSP from the Mixed Florals DSP, I believe is what it's called. I know the stamp set is called Mixed Florals. DSP might be something slightly different. And I liked the black lines in here, so I thought, okay, now I want some black and white paper. So then we have this set of black and white paper that is not, I feel like it's an online exclusive, and it has the textured notes. There was like a neutral set and a black and white set of DSP. So I brought those two pieces in. So those were my two pieces. Then it was just a matter of what other colors coordinate with this. So they had this green Shaded Spruce DSP in this pack. So I pulled that out, and then I brought in Flirty Flamingo, and I embossed those circles just to give them texture, and threw in a little bit of the Poppy Parade. So that's kind of how I went with that. And then it was a matter of how do I make this boho blue. There's splatters of boho blue in this paper. So actually I made this layout first, and that is how I came up with all this blue splatter around. And then I mimicked it kind of on the next page, but I didn't want to have all of these circles, and that's where of course I went through Pinterest and I was like, okay, what ideas can I come up with circles that would coordinate with this without it being like too overwhelming. And that's where I saw a sketch out there that had a die cut of circles, but I didn't have anything that large to make, you know, some die cut circles. So in came a plate, and that's kind of how that came about. So now we're just going to take and add some more butterflies. And I'm going to put a dimensional. I just cut the edge of my dimensional sheet to get a little strip. I'm going to put a couple more for his wings. So he's going to get tucked up right through there. Gotta love these dimensional bags. They're everywhere. And then we're just gonna add a few of our butterflies. Like that, and we'll finish off with a little bit of sparkle, right? Oh, I'm so glad you guys like these circles. I know at first I was like, oh, this might look a little bit busy, but I really love how it came together. And you, of course, could add some more rhinestones anywhere throughout the page. So here are our 2 pages for today. So here, I'll bring in this one so you guys don't see the die cut butterflies. And this one. And no matter what you do, both pages where you put your blue blotches, we'll call them, they're both going to look different, and that's okay. You want it to be random and haphazard, so you might see more blue up here and more blue down here than in the other page, and that's okay. But you could do this with any DSP or any, you know, colors or whatever. So like I said, I've got more blue down here than on this page, and it's okay. Just let it be what it'll be and have fun with it. So this class is available until Monday to order. The class is $26 plus shipping, so reach out if you would like your kits. You do have to provide your own 12 by 12 white DSP and something around your house that's circular to make your circle, but other than that, everything, all these flowers, leaves, the circles, they'll all be punched out for you. So that is what I have. I'll just go through real quick since some of you have popped on since we started, and quick just go through. Oops, I just made a mess here. What's crafting without a little bit of a mess, right guys? We'll bring in all the cards I got coming up. Okay, next week, let's see, they're all out of order now. Next week, Wednesday, I'll be here for the technique class. Here are 2 of the 4 cards. We're going to be working with the Whisper White ink and the different ways to use Whisper White ink. Okay, so we've got that class coming up. So that's 2 of 4 cards. We have Card Buffet. That is this Sunday. Online is to be determined yet. But we have these 6 cards. Those of you who are going to join me in person, you will get to pick and choose which cards you want to do. It's 10 o'clock. Right now it's at my home. If I end up with a few more people, we might move it here to the Hive. But as of right now, it's in my home. All 6 cards are 32. Now, if you only want to make 3 of the cards, it's 19. 4 cards is 22. 5, where's my price? I don't know, but they're individual prices, and every additional card after that that you want to make is $5. those of you online, you will get all 6 cards. It just makes it easier for me to ship. So if you want these cards, reach out. And on Monday, I was here doing Morning Create, and we made 3 very cheery, fun colors. We had the butterfly, rainbows, and a little bit of a sunrise here. So this kit is also available. And remember, with your kits, you can always get your kit for free by placing a minimum order with me. Each class is a little bit different, varying in price. So that is what I've got for you guys. And remember to take advantage of Friday and Saturday. They are offering, Stampin' Up! Is offering double the amount of points, 2 times the points, just for Friday and Saturday. So your rewards will be 2 times the amount. Sign up special starting in May. Keep that in mind. And I think there was one more thing, but I'm not remembering. Oh, for those who are demonstrators, today's your last day to get your orders in for the totes. So I thank you guys all for joining me today. I appreciate you being here and supporting my business. Don't forget to like and share my videos. That helps me to bring you more. As always, if you guys ever have questions, you can message me on Facebook at Glitter and Ink with Gina. Make sure you're following me over there. You can send me an email at ginaalbulo@gmail.com. So I hope you all have a great day. It looks like we're going to have some great weather coming in the next week here in Wisconsin anyways. It's going to feel a little bit like summer already. So have a great day. Get crafting, and we'll see you guys for sure on Sunday in person and then online again next week. Have a great day, guys.